We're going to talk about simulations of the 2020 season. Pro Football Focus has taken what they believe is the strengths and weaknesses of each player for each team and done 10,000 simulations of the entire 2020 season. Let's take a look at how they view the AFC North finishing up. The number you see is the projected average number of wins for the 10,000 simulations Pro Football Focus did for the 2020 season. Ravens winning the AFC North, an average of 10.5 wins in the season. The Browns, 8.0 wins, just ahead of the Steelers and the Bengals. A significant increase at almost 7 wins per season. Now let's take it in depth a little bit further. The division winners during these simulations. The Chiefs with 11.5 wins per average on the season. The top in the AFC. The Ravens finished second. The Titans finished third. And then the Bills edge out the Patriots to win the AFC East. The wild cards, let's take a look. They have the Colts as the top wild card and the Browns sneaking in as a wild card just ahead of the Texans. Remember, there are 3 wild cards in the 2020 season as they expand the playoffs. Let's welcome back in Ellis Williams, Browns beat reporter. Ellis, Pro Football Focus likes the Browns, so that's not a huge surprise. But Browns fans should be pretty excited. You do 10,000 simulations. They figure it out based on player strengths, and the Browns are right in the mix for that wild card as well.
Yeah, and the Browns could be one of the teams this year that really benefit from that extra playoff spot. It seems like now the number to get in is going to be about 8 or 9, where that was kept you really on the bubble, and 10 was really the number you needed to almost guarantee yourself in, outside of a few of those more contested AFC years and maybe an NFC one a couple years ago. But that number feels about right. What I find interesting about the 10,000 simulations is, are they accounting for fans in the stadiums, fans out of the stadiums, crowd noise, injuries, momentum? Momentum is a real thing in this league, maybe more than any league professionally. In the NBA, you can blame a back-to-back or playing, 3 games in 5 nights, things like that. In the NFL, your schedule is laid out, and you're really a victim to where you're going. And quite frankly, what about these travel games? There's 2 games in New York right now. Are the Browns going to be spending Christmas in New York or whatnot? And when does the season even start? So I understand the simulation, and I really respect everything PFF does. There's just a lot of unknown going into the season to land at where the Browns are going to be. I like to go down the schedule and group it into quarters. And one thing the Browns really have going for them is where their bye week lands, right there in week 9, I believe. You can cut the season right in half, and then you have organically, 4 games: Ravens, Bengals, Cowboys, and Washington, I believe, are in there. I might have flipped the Washington and Cowboy game. They can start 2-2 in that stretch. They've got a really good opportunity to get to that bye week and then hit that second half of the schedule with a game like the Ravens-Browns game on Monday night. If the Browns are flirting with 6, 7, 8 wins by then, and then can make a statement win on Monday night, that's the type of momentum I'm talking about that I don't think 10,000 simulations can account for.